I grew up in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, a town of approximately 75,000 people, located about 25 miles northwest of New York City. I also had the opportunity to enjoy the fine life of New York City and experience the city life. During my last 2 years in high school, I worked in a small animal vet clinic. I had a number of responsibilities, which included helping with surgeries, but also in the appointment, taking appointments. I really enjoyed my time there and decided to attend college and major in pre-vet. I needed to make a decision as to where I was going to go. Unfortunately, New Jersey did not have a vet school, so I had to look for a college that was out of state. My friend was going to Oklahoma State University, and OSU had a vet school, so I decided to go with him and major in pre-vet. While at OSU, I decided to change my major. I told my parents I was very interested in earning a degree in hotel and restaurant management. They suggested that I visit with a family friend who was a general manager of a Marriott property. After that visit, I decided to change majors. I graduated and made a career move to the United States Navy. I was commissioned as a Medical Service Corps officer with a specialization in hospital food service. My first base was at the Portsmouth Naval Regional Medical Center, and Jack McNamara was the food service director at that time. While stationed at the hospital, I was asked to teach several hotel and restaurant courses at Tidewater Community College. I was quite nervous about my first teaching assignment, but I thoroughly loved it. The light bulb was beginning to burn. I was transferred to the Naval Submarine Medical Center in Groton, Connecticut, as Chief of Food Service for a new 125-bed hospital. I had the responsibility to open up the food service department. Much of my time was involved with employee training, but after that period of time, I decided to leave the Navy and complete my 3-year obligation. Eventually, I decided to pursue a master's degree in hospitality management. So I applied to Cornell University for the Master's in Hotel Administration. While earning the degree, Jack McNamara retired from the Navy and opened several restaurants in the Virginia Beach area. I was required to complete an internship, so I sent out my resumes to a number of hospitality companies. To my surprise, Jack called me and suggested that I complete my internship at one of his restaurants in Virginia Beach. That was a pretty good gig. But anyway, so I decided to take that opportunity. I spent the summer working in the different departments of the Sandpiper Room restaurant. I also conducted weekly employee training sessions, and at the end of the summer, Jack called me to his office and said, "Why don't you come on board and work with me after you graduate?" I returned to campus for the fall semester knowing that I had a job all lined up. Since I was going to work for Jack, I didn't think I had to interview with any of the companies that were coming to campus. That was a huge mistake, and I mean huge. Jack called me towards the end of the semester with some very serious news. His company was having cash flow problems, and he couldn't hire me. Unfortunately, it was too late to interview since the companies had already completed their campus interviewing. What was I to do? What was I to do? I really did not want to go home to New Jersey and interview, but I had to. But I thought, let me go see Dr. Beck, who was the dean of the School of Hotel Administration, who I greatly respected. I remember going to his office and explaining my situation in detail. He suggested I complete the master's degree and continue my graduate studies during the spring semester. This would give me an opportunity to interview with several of the companies that were coming to campus. He also offered me a teaching assistantship to help with my expenses. My first teaching experience dealt with restaurant labs. This brought back fond memories of Tidewater Community College. I interviewed with 2 companies, but saw my career changing to the teaching profession. The light bulb was beginning to brighten. That same semester, I received a phone call from Oklahoma State University encouraging me to apply for a vacant faculty position in hotel and restaurant management. I took them up on the offer and interviewed. I started my new teaching career that following semester at OSU. During that time of my life, the teaching professional light bulb was burning very brightly. What did I see with the light bulb on? I saw myself preparing students for future success in the hospitality industry. And I also saw myself creating these teaching strategies that would help them with their growth and critical thinking. At that time, Dr. Baker Bocarney was the director of the OSU School of Hotel Administration, and he was hired by North Texas State University to determine if an undergraduate hospitality program was viable here. NTSU decided to move forward with the program. Baker told me about the new program and encouraged me to apply for the director's position. At that time, I hesitated. I was not familiar with the university, and I wasn't familiar with Denton, Texas. When I heard that NTSU was in the DFW Metroplex, I knew that I needed to be part of that. I began my UNT career in fall of 1985. I've seen many changes in the program during my 29 years here at UNT. We have come a very long way, and I'm so proud to be part of that UNT community. Teaching is my passion and continues to spur me on daily. Thank you.